What's going on, What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Nikat Deleter back again with another video, and today what we're gonna do is a little passion project of mine. So if you guys know me, you'll know that I don't like the Nether, and that is for one very good reason. My nether spawn is an absolute hellhole. So that's why I only ever are up on the nether roof. But if we go down here, I'll just do a little fly around so you can understand. Oh, ah, uh, oh. Yeah, that's kind of why. But let's fly down. I deleted all of this with TNT. And to be honest, I really do think that I should finish the job, because if we fly around here, you can see that to get to open nether from my area, it's absolutely, well, I mean, it's probably not that bad, but seeing as I can and I kind of want to, we are going to annihilate quite a big bit of the nether in today's episode. So during the planning phase of this, I've kind of marked out the areas that I want to delete under. Obviously, I'm not going to dig a full-blown perimeter. All I kind of want is to be able to just come down this little hole, and be able to actually see the open nether and not just be fucking terrorized. But first, I do think that my trusty old nether portal is in for a refit. I'm not gonna lie, I had a cool project idea for like a nether portal island. I might end up doing it, but definitely not in the foreseeable future. And this is my OG nether portal. This is the first nether portal that I built in this world. I think I even built it before I even had obsidian, just like with lava buckets and stuff. But yeah, I think it's about time that we give it a bit of an upgrade. And so, with a heavy heart, for the first time in like 4 years, this nether portal is sadly gonna have to go down. Oh, oh. Lol. Also, this gives me a good moment to talk about it. I finally got myself an OG kneecap deleter account finally, so I don't have to use my sister's account, because sadly my original Minecraft account it got hacked when I was forced to migrate it to Microsoft. So yeah, that's nice and all. So here is the portal construction site. I think that this is a pretty nice spot over here with our captured mansion vindicators. And what I really would like to do is, you know, those giant ruined portals? I think they look really sick. I actually kind of really like the vibe of pretty vanilla, but still pretty grand nether portals. Just going to get some wool for marking out in the sacred temple of sheep, all linked up to the automatic sorting system. So we've got the basic shape and outline of how it's going to be. As you can see, I'm following the big ruined portal design. Got a little bit of lava and stuff in here. We've got all of this, and actually behind the scenes, but I was like, ooh, the new tough blocks are going to look really cool in this. And I was like, yes, let's update to 1.21, because that's where the tough blocks are. But so we're going to finish the portal towards the end of the episode, but now all we have left is to smack in the obsidian. Okay, that was quite a bit of obsidian, but now we can light the portal. Yeah, buddy. And go in, and it is going to obviously link perfectly, hopefully, please. Yeah, let's go. That's awesome. Now we can get on with the destruction. So here we are in the operational area, and I think that we should just start trying to clear out all of this top level in the whole area that we've selected to destroy. So for now, here we have a fully health Unbreaking 3 netherite pickaxe, and let's just see how far this gets us. Nah, yeah, in the end, I just, like, fucking freeballed it because, like, I had I was using a fortune pick to get myself some quartz and it was repairing, and yeah, so I just ended up fucking freeballing it. So, in total, despite having fortune on and mending on most of them, we used up 2 whole netherite pickaxes and almost a whole diamond one. We got this much quartz, we got a bit more during the outline, and 1 singular ancient debris. Like, it's pretty fucking insane seeing it now and all of the open space. So now what I think we're going to do is let's go and repair our tools. And man, all of this quartz is such a good byproduct because I don't have plans on making a bartering farm in the foreseeable future. And it is very nice to have all of this stockpiled. Seeing as I had some enchantments lying around in my, like, 3-year-old unfinished library build, I decided, hey, why not? Let's enchant ourselves another fortune pick, because now we've got some more digging to do. So I might regret this decision, but just so that this feels a little bit less claustrophobic, I would kind of like to just take a little bit off of the roof pretty much everywhere. So that actually took a while, but anyway, now we've got a lot more space to work with, which just makes everything feel so much nicer. So we're back in the overworld again, and specifically we're going to go to the End Island boat. And I'm not going back to the Nether until I have 1 full shulker box of TNT and 1 full shulker box of fire resistance potions, just to make removing the lava not as much of a pain. So we've got the potions, and now let's work on the TNT. So most of this TNT was conveniently left over for the preparations of a project that didn't end up turning out. But now let's go and check. So gunpowder is absolutely no problem because we have our gunpowder farm in here in the creeper that's been running 24/7 for, like, always, basically. But we do have to check our sand reserves because I'm not sure if we're going to have enough. See? Oh no, that's going to be like, that's enough for like 2 stacks of TNT. So we are going to have to go on a bit of a sand expedition. And I mean, seeing as I'm pretty sure this is like at least 1 or 2 shulker boxes of sand, I think just fucking send it and fucking go on a full-on desert annihilation. Get me fucking shovel out. Desert annihilation mission. Cha-cha-cha. So I was here checking out loot from different, like, raiding sets, and we've actually got some pretty decent shovels. This is from when I went just on an absolute rampage raiding end cities. Here I think we've got a decent one, Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, pretty good. But over here, for an ancient city, Silk Touch, Efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3, and Mending, like, that's just like pretty much a god shovel just given to you. Just needs 1 more efficiency. It's pretty crazy, eh? And conveniently, right here in my random enchantment shulker, we have the perfect book to smack on our new shovel. And that, there we have another god shovel, easy as that. And now off we go in search of a desert. Because I'm not gonna annihilate this one because it looked pretty bad. Like, I'm genuinely considering repairing it. I swear I'm getting trolled or something. Like, how far are we? We're like 3,000 blocks out, and like everything is cold biomes, and I'm not able to find a single desert. Only like these little patches. How is it so hard whenever you need a desert? It's nowhere to be found. But then when you want one, you gotta fucking fly billions of blocks away. If I keep getting all these massive beaches like this, I'm gonna have to start unsaving the turtles, if you know what I mean. Okay, I am sorry, turtles, but I am tired of flying around and not finding deserts. So in the end, I've been a bit nice and I've just decided to take the top off a little bit of the beach. But it turns out that that was absolutely plenty to fill up all of these shulker boxes full of sand. So we are good to go. So we've finished loading the last things into the sorting system. The rest of the sand is being sorted. And now I'm going to bring a shulker box of sand. And I'm just going to craft it all into TNT, see how much we get. So let's go over to the gunpowder storage unit. Yeah, here it is. And yeah, safe to say that we have plenty gunpowder. Plenty gunpowder. Actually, a pretty neat feature of this farm is that here in the minecart unloading system, we have an item pipe that brings the items all the way, all the way into the storage system, and it gets automatically stored over here. Sorry, little beings, but you will be shut in the backworks of the storage system. So let's see if that was enough. That was like, oh my god. that okay. TNT is pretty expensive. But anyway, let's go get a shulker box of sand. There should be one that hasn't been sorted. Yep. And let's go do the same with this one. So another shulker box down, and yes, we do have a whole shulker box of TNT. I think I'll save the rest of the TNT in my normal storage. And now we are finally ready to go back to the Nether and start the real demolitions. So we are back in the Nether, and I think that for now I'm just going to grab a couple of fire resistance potions, and I'm going to come out here and we're going to start not bad, but we do definitely want those explosions to be chaining if we're going to take out a big chunk of this in a short amount of time. So I spent a couple of hours on a live stream doing some demolitions, and I have evolved my technique as a necessary measure. But before returning and showing you this new technique, I'm going to need a fuck ton of rails and a fuck ton of iron. So we're back in the Nether with the required ingredients, and now let's walk through this new technique step by step to see it in action. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is mark out the area that we're going to go and demolish. Next, we're going to shave the top layer off of all of this to give space for the machine to work. So I managed to smash myself into a wall trying to get this all shaved off. But anyway, now I've got totems on me, which probably should have been doing from the beginning. And now is where the fun begins. The keen amongst you might have guessed where this is going. And if you're right, then here it is. This is the new strategy. Instead of building a boring old tunnel and drilling it with TNT, we just fucking yeet TNT minecarts. And this is not only more TNT efficient, but it is also a lot more fun than drilling massive holes down and like not fall and stuff and things like that. So yeah, this is what we're going to be doing to try and get down the rest of it. And all we have to do is just like every now and again check, make sure that keep the lava in check, and just go extending these bridges every time we have finished a layer. And if we get a bunch of them. Oh yeah.
So that took way longer than I'd be willing to admit. I mean, you can probably see by the date change and possibly voice change, but anyway, here it is. Quite a grind, but now look at this. We can just fly through, fly out. Want to get to the Soul Sand Valley, we can get there. Want to get to the Basalt Deltas, we can get there. We can even get over here to an accessible Nether portal. To an accessible Nether fortress. And yeah, very, very, very cool. I have to admit, well, you can see my armor has changed to red in the rage of having to work through all of this. And like, I don't know, this was maybe an interesting project. Like, if I hate the Nether, spending the best part of like 8 months grinding out a project in the Nether. But anyway, there was also a pretty critical point when you probably saw from the previous clips that I didn't have Nether fog deactivated, and I'd been grinding through this for like probably 4 months or something like that, and I could not see anything because with Nether fog, it's horrible. The Nether is horrible, and that was pretty rough. And I was even considering like resetting my Nether back to like an old save and acting as if nothing had happened. But anyway, I'm happy that we've been able to grind through it. We've acquired a 2B2T-esque like Nether spawn, but I do think that the objective that we had in the beginning of being able to fly in and fly out straight from our spot where we come down from the Nether roof and being able to see the Nether and be in the Nether has been successful. I do think that we kind of fell for the sunk cost fallacy in this project, where we started off by doing this in a very inefficient and stupid way, and rather than doing it in an actual smart way with redstone flying machines, we just grinded it out and grinded it to completion. We can see here in the stats chart the scale of the stupidity of this. So I think that this is times crafted. We've crafted 2,000 TNT minecarts. That means 2,000 TNT and 2,000 times 6, 12,000 iron to be able to get this done. Sorry, I pumped up the brightness because it does look quite a bit better with higher brightness, even though I do like playing with lower brightness because it feels moodier. But anyway, just please, if you want to learn from my mistakes, please, if you want to dig out part of the Nether, use flying machines, use machines. It's just better. You do have to use your head quite a bit to get them to work, but it's not that bad, and it'll save you so much time. Not doing it like I did it. But now with this completed, we still have a couple of things I want to do before calling this fully complete. I would like to make my platform a bit better. I want to be underneath all of the rails that I use to drop the TNT minecarts. More or less this platform is where I'd like it to be, but I'm not fully sure what we're going to do with this. Maybe I kind of like the netherrack hanging out kind of thing. But let's see, let's get onto it and see what I come up with. So here we have it, the new and improved Nether hub design. So here we get down here straight from the Nether roof, which I was thinking about enlarging the hole, but to be honest, I can't really be asked. And here is the design, kind of went with some red glass. This I think will look pretty cool once it starts growing down. And here's a little view. It's really visible. Oh, I do not want to get gasted. Oh, and another one.
Double kill.
It's very visible from far away, very easy to fly into, quite practical. And I even added in these carpets on the edges, which kind of mean the different biomes. So, and now we only have one thing left before we can call this project completed. Yeah, so I have been procrastinating this for God knows how long. And as we said in the beginning of the video, I am finally going to be updating to 1.21 so I can use the new tough blocks to revamp this portal as the ruined portal variant. And I've got all the mods ready. I've got everything ready. I've just been procrastinating this super hard because I am lazy. Yes. 1.21, let's go. Update time. Update time, 8 months after the release. Let's go. Woo. Finally, we are here in 1.21. All the mods are passed. We've got the little tough blocks over here, the background, and we can finally boot up the world. Yo, we're in it. Nothing has changed, and hopefully nothing has broken. And okay, let's quickly fly over, check out the new blocks and stuff. There it is, yeah. There it is. Oh my god, we've got so little tough. But yeah, there we go. There we have it. And now we can do tough stairs. Let's try it out in the stone cutter. Oh yeah, got everything. So let's chuck the excess stuff in here that I do not need. Now that we've dropped off all of this useless stuff, let's pick up the materials for completing the portal and get into it. Woo. So I was running out of tough. Well, I didn't have much tough, but then I just ran down here with the haste too and just got a bajillion, basically a bajillion tough, which we can easily resort into our sorting system with this super practical minecart delivery, which when it gets here, I showed this off in the world tour, but now you get to see it in action. Here it comes, and it picks up all of the blocks, set to a timer, and it's going to bring all of them straight up to be automatically sorted. Yep, that just happened. And here we have it, the brand new fangled, tough themed, ruined nether portal. I think it looks pretty cool. Let's get a close up view here. Pretty cool. Went pretty simple with it, just swapping in the tough bricks. Also swapped in for the floor, the stone bricks. Added a little bit of flair. Got the chiseled tough. Got the crying obsidian because I was wanting to kind of put some crying obsidian in, but it didn't look right in the portal. It was just on the corners. But yeah, it looks pretty good. And it's also really nice and pretty fitting that we finally have a decent looking nether portal for the base. I mean, it was about time. The base was feeling a bit off with that like starter nether portal. So that's good to have done. And forgive the pun, but I do think that it looks pretty tough. And before we close out, I just wanted to do a little bit of a before and after, just so you can get an idea on the scale of this project and why it is maybe kind of justified. I don't know. New and better things coming in the future. This project has also been really good to kind of learn how to record or to edit and put into videos. So hopefully the next one won't be coming in a bajillion years. And once again, here is the final product. Pretty crazy, especially when you see where we were coming from. And yeah, definitely quite nice to have the nether actually accessible. And now for real, I hope you enjoyed all this journey a lot. If you did, consider dropping a like, dropping a sub, dropping something good, comment, all that good jazz. And with this little teaser, I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully not in 8 months.